The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big play there for Indy. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. From midfield, here's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Taylor. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. There to stop him was Rashaan Golden. Again, it's Taylor. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes You got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Now Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2nd down and goal. Wentz. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Carson Wentz. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. 78 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
We all knew the situation. We're in the 4th quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On first down, it's Taylor. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. On second down, it's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's complete to Parker left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Taylor. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And his kick is good. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession, gigantic. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play that time for the Colts. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 35 yards. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now Jones. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Rolling to his right. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. Operating from the gun. Carr. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
And he fires one incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. And over the middle, this is Parker. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. Wentz. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Wentz. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds in a perfect...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. They run with Taylor. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, what do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing, but Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're at New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. On 1st down, Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. What can Carr do now with his drive? And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
I think normally we about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And Waller taking it in over the middle. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The give to Taylor. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. On 2nd and 7. Wentz going deep here for Parker. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He'll get this one to Pittman. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.